Noah, let me ask you something interesting. When you speak English, do you want to be a turtle or a cheetah?
A cheetah? Of course a cheetah. They are fast and confident. But that is a strange question. Why are you asking me that?
Because many English learners speak like turtles. They move very slowly because they translate every sentence in their heads before speaking.
Ah, yes. I know that problem very well. First you hear English, then you translate it to your language, then you think of a reply in your language, and finally you translate it back to English.
Exactly. By the time you finish all that thinking, the conversation has already moved on.
And the worst part is that people start to feel nervous. They think they are bad at English, but actually their brain is just doing too much work.
That is such an important point. The real problem is not vocabulary or grammar. The real problem is that learners are still thinking in their native language.
So today we're going to talk about the secret that can change everything.
Yes, today we are going to show you how to start thinking directly in English.
Which means no more translating word by word in your head.
And when that happens, speaking becomes faster, easier, and much more natural.
I'm excited about this topic because I remember the exact moment when I realized I needed to stop translating.
Really? What happened?
I was traveling and someone asked me a very simple question in English. It was something like, "Where are you from?"
That is a very easy question.
Yes, but my brain started translating everything. I thought of the sentence in my language first, then tried to convert it into English. By the time I answered, there was an awkward silence.
That must have felt uncomfortable.
It did, and in that moment, I realized something. If I wanted to speak English naturally, I needed to train my brain to think in English.
That realization is very powerful. And the good news is that anyone can train their brain to do this.
Absolutely. It's like training a muscle. At first, it feels strange, but after practice, it becomes natural.
So let's start with the first idea. Many teachers say you should look at objects around you and say their names in English.
Like looking at a chair and saying chair, or looking at a window and saying window.
That is a good start, but today we want to go a little deeper.
Yes, instead of thinking of single words, try thinking in very small sentences.
Exactly. Simple sentences that describe what you see or feel.
Can you give an example?
Of course. Imagine you are sitting in your kitchen. Instead of just thinking table, try thinking the table is clean.
Or if you see a cup of coffee, you could think, my coffee smells good.
That's perfect. The key is to connect objects with actions or feelings.
I like that because the sentences are short and easy. You don't need difficult vocabulary.
Right, something like the sun is bright or I am a little tired today.
These sentences may look simple, but they train your brain to form ideas directly in English.
And once your brain gets used to this, you'll notice that speaking becomes much smoother.
I have another technique that helped me a lot.
Ooh, I love techniques. Tell me about it.
I call it being the narrator of your own life.
That sounds interesting. What do you mean by narrator?
Imagine your life as a movie, and you are the voice describing everything that happens.
So you describe your actions in your head?
Exactly. When I wake up in the morning, I say in my mind, I'm getting out of bed.
That is a great start.
Then I continue with small thoughts like, I'm walking to the kitchen, or I'm making coffee.
That sounds like a daily story in English.
Yes, and it is powerful because you are connecting English to real actions.
I really like that idea. It makes English part of your daily life, not just something from a textbook.
And here's an important tip. If you forget a word, don't panic.
That is important because many learners stop speaking when they forget one word.
Instead, just use a simple description. For example, if you forget the word microwave, you can say, the machine that makes food hot.
That keeps your brain thinking in English instead of switching languages.
Exactly.
I want to share another idea that is very practical.
I'm listening.
Start writing your daily lists in English.
You mean like shopping lists?
Yes, shopping lists, to-do lists, reminders, everything.
That is clever because you see those words many times during the day.
Exactly. For example, a list might say, buy bread, call mom, finish report, or exercise for 20 minutes.
Every time you read the list, your brain processes those ideas in English.
And slowly it becomes automatic.
I also like to play a small imagination game when I'm waiting somewhere.
Waiting like at a bus stop or in a line?
Yes, Instead of looking at my phone, I ask myself, what if questions?
That sounds fun. Give me an example.
For example, what if it rains later today?
And then you answer your own question.
Exactly. I might think, if it rains, I will take my umbrella.
That is great practice for building sentences.
Another one could be, what if I meet an old friend today?
Then you might think, I will invite them to coffee.
These small mental conversations are excellent practice.
And the best part is that no one can hear your mistakes.
Your brain becomes a safe classroom.
Speaking of daily habits, I also recommend changing the language settings on your phone.
Yes, that is a classic but very effective tip.
When your phone is in English, you constantly see words like settings, messages, and notifications.
Your brain slowly accepts these words as normal.
Exactly. English stops feeling like a foreign language and starts feeling familiar.
Another fun exercise is describing people around you.
Like when you are sitting in a park or a cafe?
Yes, look at someone and think of 3 simple sentences.
For example, he's wearing a black jacket.
Or she is walking her dog.
Or even, they look very happy.
These small observations train your brain to form instant descriptions.
And they only require basic vocabulary.
There's also one more tip that many learners don't know.
Now I'm curious.
Try using a simple English-to-English dictionary.
Instead of translating words into your native language.
Exactly. When you read the definition in English, your brain learns English through English.
That may feel challenging at first.
But children's dictionaries are perfect because they use simple explanations.
For example, the word apple might be explained as a round fruit that is red or green.
Your brain understands the idea without translating.
That is a powerful learning method.
But I also want to say something important for learners.
What is that?
You don't have to think in English all day.
That is a relief for many people.
Start with a few minutes each day.
Maybe while brushing your teeth or making breakfast.
Exactly. You could think, I'm brushing my teeth, or the water is warm.
Small moments like that build the habit.
And little by little, those minutes will grow.
One day, you might even dream in English.
It actually happened to me once.
Really? What was the dream about?
I dreamt I was traveling and talking to people from different countries, and the entire conversation was in English.
That must have been an amazing feeling.
It was. It made me realize that my brain had truly accepted English.
That shows how powerful consistent practice can be.
Exactly. Patience is very important.
The brain needs time to build new habits.
But with daily practice, anyone can improve.
Before we finish, let's quickly remember the main ideas we talked about.
Good idea.
First, think in small, simple sentences instead of single words.
Second, become the narrator of your daily actions.
Third, write your lists and reminders in English.
Fourth, play imagination games like what-if questions.
Fifth, change your phone settings to English.
Sixth, describe people and situations around you.
And finally, practice a few minutes every day.
Small daily practice leads to big improvements.
And remember, the goal is not perfection.
The goal is comfort and confidence.
If you keep practicing, one day you'll notice something amazing.
Speaking English will start to feel natural.
Your brain will stop translating and start communicating.
And that's when learning truly becomes enjoyable.
So right now, try something simple.
Look around you and think of one sentence in English.
Maybe the room is quiet.
Or I am learning something new today.
That is the first step toward thinking in English.
And once you take that step, the journey becomes much easier.
Thanks for spending this time learning and thinking with us.
And remember, your brain is capable of amazing things.
Keep practicing.
Keep thinking in English.
And most importantly, enjoy the process.
See you next time.